Good morning, chat. Showing up, showing up on time when it says Nigerian scam. What are you doing? You think you'd learn? No, see, I'd love to claim that. God, that would be the best op of all ops that ever existed. But let me give you some life advice. When you're around sick Asians, don't breathe the air they do. Buy a mask. Otherwise, you're going to end up sick as well. And Jimmy doesn't do too well when he's loaded up on Sudafed. Makes him very sleepy. Makes him very, very sleepy. But I'm here. I'm late, but I'm here. How's your morning going, chat? How's your day starting off? Have you risen and shined yet? Are things going well for you? Let me get the things set up here. We can begin our little morning show that I'm going to have to start scheduling for later on in the day. At least until the Sudafed isn't making me its bitch. Let's see. There we go. Now, today was scheduled to be Nigerian scammers. But considering I literally woke up 2 minutes ago, we're going to skip Nigerian scammers. I'm not sure what we're going to watch today. Chat, what would you like to watch today? What fun things on the internet should we explore together? I was thinking perhaps we could, I don't know. My brain is still starting at the moment, chat. My brain is not completely there just yet. You ever wake up all of a sudden? I don't know, maybe you've experienced this before. Have you ever just woken up and you immediately have something to do? And so you're physically there. You're running around like a chicken with your head cut off. You're getting ready. Maybe you jumped into the shower and you jumped immediately right out. You've got your clothes on and you're ready to go. You're primed to go. You're running all over the fucking place. But then you don't think no good no more. It's like your mind hasn't caught up yet. And you're kind of in a daze. It's like you've gone automatic, robotic almost. Just standing there confused, shivering, and soaking wet clothing because you're too tired to have remembered to dry off properly. And your boss is going to think you're fucking insane. That's sort of mentally where I'm at the moment. I'm shivering and cold, trying to figure out what exactly we're going to do in the preceding minutes. Late and gay. Gay and late. That's how we like it over here. I mean, we're all familiar with the celebration techniques of the Sweetie Squad.
Without further interruption, let's celebrate and suck some dick.
Down that hatch. I don't know if our friend Dongo would be too happy to be here with all the cocksucking going on in the celebrations.
Daddy, no!
Might give him some flashbacks, if you know what I mean. Might give him some bad memories of lonely night sleepovers that he just wants to keep buried.
Wow.
See, I'm enjoying my little clips. People sent me quite a few gifs of Mandar yesterday. Thank you. I've got so many facial expressions of Mandar, I've just got to put them into rotation, but quite a few nice ones. Because they fit every single situation. It's impossible not to want to use them. You're gonna have to bear with me as I wake myself up fully and put together a show that we can do right off the bat. So let's see. What would Stream Me allow me to put up? Well, we can't do the top 10 funniest suicides now, can we? If we could, the videos I could show you. I don't know. I could describe one of them to you. I've told this story before. This is a very long time ago. I'd say 6 or 7 years ago, there was a suicide video of a man on the internet. And I have never laughed so hard in my life. It makes me sound like a monster. But if you saw the video, and if the full impact of it hit you like the ground hit him, I think you would probably chuckle as well. It's a man who was filmed at the 6th or 7th story. It's a very tall building. He's very, very high up. He decided he had had enough of life. He was going to He was going to take his life. He was going to do a swan dive off the building. But this man either had the world's worst luck or the world's best luck, depending on how you look at it, I suppose. Because the building he lived in had balconies. Every single floor, every apartment in the building had a balcony. A nice little fenced off area for people to put their patio furniture. Well, when he decided to do a swan dive off the top of the building, he didn't take into account how high, how far of an arc he was going to need to pass that to clear it. So, when he's going down that first floor, thwack on the very first balcony, catches his arm. This starts him rotating like a spinning top. And for each preceding floor that he goes down, one after the other, each of his limbs fucking nails one of the balconies. So it's an arm, and then a leg, and then another arm, and then another leg, and then his shoulder, and then his neck. Thwack, 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 all the way down, until he finally hits the ground. Now, if you're a normal man, and you were to jump off the top of an, I don't know, an 80-foot structure, you're going to die. There's no way you're going to survive that. But if you were this guy, Mr. Unlucky, or again, lucky, depending on how you look at it, the momentum he lost from hitting every single balcony on the way down, and breaking every single fucking bone, essentially, in his body, slowed him down enough that when he finally hit the ground at the bottom, he lived. And I think the reason that always struck me as so funny, and you can even hear onlookers laughing, because I think the reality of it hit them as well, is if he didn't have a reason to kill himself in the first place, he sure as shit did now. Because he's essentially about as broken and crippled as you could get after that little jump. The only problem is, he's so broken and crippled, he'll never be able to jump off the top of a building again. I survived? No, I don't think he wore a shirt that said, I survived. Could you imagine his family and loved ones bringing that to him in the hospital? Maybe they disliked him. Maybe they wanted to bring that in to really rub it in. Show don't tell, I can't show that on Stream Me. There's no way they would allow it. And I don't even know if I could track it down. A lot of the sites that used to have, suicide videos or murder videos or just all the crazy shit you would see in news footage, those are all gone. I mean, you could go to something like LiveLeak, and occasionally they'll have footage that the news might not want to show, but still is out there somewhere. But a lot of that's been purged off the internet. And a good majority of this came from like Eastern Europe. I remember there's a really heartbreaking one I saw once of some little kid on like a Ferris wheel. And they'd slipped out of, I don't know what it is, the little baskets. And they were stuck on like the scaffolding. But they're really, really high up. And apparently it was like an abandoned park, or the ride was shut down. The kid somehow got on and turned it on. Somebody translated what the kid was saying, but it was something like, "Mommy, please help me, Mommy," as he hung there. And the really fucked up thing was, you could hear, like, I don't know, again, what Eastern country this was, but you could hear the cameraman laughing. Like, people were laughing. Nobody was running to help the kid. They're all just kind of sitting there watching. It's very, very surreal, very bizarre. I just, those kind of videos you're not going to see on Live Leaks or World Star Hip Hop. You're not going to see, and that wasn't even some kid tried to off himself. He just broke into an amusement park and wanted to ride something. And I have no idea how the fuck he slipped out of the basket. Maybe he was trying to impress somebody, or maybe it malfunctioned or something. But he got stuck in the spokes, and I guess he hung on for like 20 minutes. But he couldn't keep it up. I think something similar happened to a Six Flags in America, though I doubt there's any video of it, where somebody fell out of one of the Ferris wheel baskets, got stuck on the mechanisms, and just couldn't hold on. Of course, shit, those Six Flags parks, kids get decapitated on their fucking coasters, so I wouldn't go there. You enjoying your morning as we talk about suicides and children dying on amusement park rides? Great way to start the day. Nothing says good morning to the work week like tragedy. Oh, just having a cigarette. Still waking my mind up. Just filling it with little stories to keep Chad amused while I figure out what we're going to watch this morning. I don't even know what that is, but I'll look it up. Let's look it up. Maybe it's something entertaining. Somebody said, is that a YouTube channel? I don't know what that is. Well, let's take a look. What is queer kid stuff? What is that? I'm why is he wearing a bow tie? 5 tips for making your classroom queer. What's Islam featuring a gay man? Calling all educators just for grown-ups. Queer. What about what does diversity have to do with pineapples? Somebody I think might be trying a little too hard when it comes to the gay message. I don't know what homosexuality and diversity has to do with a fucking pineapple, but I am slightly interested. Everybody's saying, God, no, 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 no. It sounds like something we need to watch this morning. I won't have bigotry in this chat. We're going to be inclusive. This is an inclusive, safe space as we find out the mysteries of the gay pineapple. I really don't know what this is, so let me see what looks like the most awful video. And we'll start it off with that, I believe. How to make activist pie? Activist queer? What the fuck? Okay, alright. You are beautiful. Body positivity for queer kids. Okay. Oh, we're jumping right into the deep end this morning, chat. Okay, alright. Let me just make sure I got everything set up here. Chat's good. Whatever the fuck this is good. Alright. Oh, actually, can I make that? There we go. Perfect. Okay. There we go. Alright. We are on queer kid stuff, as recommended by somebody in chat. Which one are we going to go with first, though? I don't know. Gay pineapples really does intrigue me. It does intrigue me quite a bit. Meet a diamond queer kid? Or no, meet a queer kid featuring Desmond. God, I am still slightly trying to figure out how you become a diamond queer kid. There's some kind of a process to that. You're going to have to... Which one are we going with, chat? Which one are we starting out with? You know what? I want to know what the fucking activist pie is.
Hey there, friends. Welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Teddy.
Today...
Oh, boy. We got puppets already. Hey, you know the funny part? When somebody... I wonder if this actually happens. You know, those clipping channels take these videos and they put them up on YouTube. And if queer kid stuff is in them, and they tag that, I don't know how this works. But what I'm trying to get at is, you're going to start getting recommendations for watching this when you browse YouTube, and then have to explain to family and friends why you're watching it.
we're talking about activism.
But Lindsay,
Yes, Teddy?
we already know all about activism.
Well, we've definitely talked about activism before, but it's so important that I thought it deserves its very own episode.
Oh,
All are
I
part
see.
of one big family. Gaming's happy. Queer kid stuff. You are enough here at Queer Kid Stuff.
Teddy, we've already talked so much about activism.
Like my favorite book.
Oh yeah, A is for activist. We
Talk about indoctrination. Okay, I'm starting to wake up now. Whew. Oh boy. Oh, the goy's waking up. Ooh, Teddy, we've talked so much about activism. Like in my favorite book, A is for Activism. This is aimed at kindergartners? And fucking elementary school students? Why are we teaching activism to children that still think they could be astronauts and shit. Can't tie their shoes. Probably pick their noses. They're dumb little fuckers. Why? Why are you reading them colored books, giant fonts and cartoons in them about activizing? Probably focus on the important things, like how to spell their name, how to write inside the lines, maybe how to make it to the bathroom before they shit on the floor. But no, let's get that activist message out there first. Oh, we got a winner here.
We learned the ABCs of activism, and we learned about activism when we talked about the Women's March.
And when we talked about Pride and the Stonewall.
Teddy, you're an expert already.
Spurt.
We'll work on that one. The Women's March and Stonewall are both examples of one kind of activism: protest. Protest is a really important part of activism, but there are lots and lots of other ways to be an activist. But we're actually getting a little ahead of ourselves. Teddy, since you are such...
Do you imagine she'll ever do the episode on activism where she talks about Charlottesville? Activism where she talks about Charlottesville? Teddy, have I told you about the ethno-state? Teddy, activism is important for children to learn about. And we need to talk about what kind of car you need to drive through protesters. All right, Teddy, this is what I'm thinking. We need four-wheel drive, because it can get bumpy when you're driving over fatties. What do you think, Teddy? Any opinion on that?
An expert, do you think you can define activism for us?
Absolutely. You ready, Lindsay?
Ready, Teddy.
Okay.
Okay. An activist is someone who takes action to change something they care about.
Exactly right. I couldn't have said it better myself. Activism is also super personal. The ways you want to take action and the things you want to take action for are different for everyone. Hey, Teddy, do you like pie?
I love apple pie.
Never answer that question with a gay woman, Teddy. Look at the smile on her face. You need an adult. Teddy, find an adult. Don't let the woman in the bow tie trick you by telling you she's got delicious hot pie for you. It's not delicious. And it smells horrific. It smells like an infected whale's wound. Run, Teddy. Run for the hills.
Pie. But what does pie have to do with activism?
That is an excellent question, Teddy. Being a good activist is sort of like baking a pie.
What?
First, we need to make the pie crust, and that takes a couple of ingredients. The first ingredient is privilege. Remember when we talked...
Holy shit. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. Let's watch this spiel come out.
about privilege, Teddy?
Yeah, you and Allie sang a song about the monkey bars.
You have such a good memory, Teddy. Exactly. So understanding privilege, that's our first ingredient. If you don't remember what privilege is, you can rewatch our video on privilege or sing along to our privilege song, then come right back here.
Boy, what cute little names is she going to come up with for the ingredients when she makes a Holocaust cake with Teddy? All right, Teddy. Do you have the Auschwitz banner? Teddy, can you grab this Jewish frosting for me? I can see a parody show of this going really dark.
Here.
What's the next ingredient?
Our next ingredient is intersectionality.
Oh, I remember. It's about all the parts of identity.
Exactly. So practicing intersectionality and remembering that all the parts of our identity together have to do with our privilege is the second ingredient. You can rewatch that episode too if you need to jog your memory.
Is there another ingredient?
The next ingredient is actually a couple ingredients together that we're going to add separately because that's all about being a good ally.
And there are 3 parts to being a good ally.
Yep, they're remembering to respect other people, listen to other people, and learn from other people. You can rewatch that one too if you need to.
Well, how adorable is that? How to be a good ally. You know, let me show you what being a good ally looks like when you do it in real life. For all those confused children out there that might be believing her let's make a delicious pie bullshit. Let me look up. If I can find this. God. Oh, here we are. This is what being a good ally looks like in the real world. Surprise, surprise, they don't really care about you being a good ally. They just want to talk shit to you. Teddy, you've been lied to. Your teacher's a fucking liar. I'm going to show you how disgusting that pie is going to taste. So sit down and prepare yourself for a nice slice of this bullshit.
Have to do here, I just want some people to be aware of what's going on, is that they do things by a consensus, which means everyone gets to realize background, race, gender, ethnicity.
Muted. You should be working. Chat, refresh. Let's try this. You can't. It's not my fault. We should be good.
Anything. So this means we want to be able to hear what everyone has to say. Also, one of the things stressed at Occupy Wall Street is the step up, step back. This means people who have been privileged all their lives, mainly white men, white women even, people who have been privileged, need to realize that they need to step up and step back if they've already said what they had to say.
Is this supposed to be an egalitarian movement?
See, now that motherfucker, that's the guy who's probably just like Teddy. He sat with his lesbian and a bow tie in his kindergarten class, being told about how delicious a progressive pie would be. Oh, Teddy, it's the most delicious pie that's ever existed. You don't understand. You've just, the diversity tastes so good. And then he shows up at an event like this, and he's told that, hey, you're a white dude, you need to shut the fuck up and wiggle your fingers in the air while a disabled transsexual midget in a wheelchair takes center stage. Oh, they're too retarded to talk, but they come first because they're higher up on that progressive stack.
I think it doesn't matter whether, what their general background is, because, the majority of us are already, part of the marginalized class of people. So it wouldn't matter, because more people who are under that marginalized group would get to speak anyways. And I think what?
All right, something we need to identify off the bat. When we talk about privilege, we're talking about access to institutional power, okay? The things that come from your skin color, your sex, your class, okay? And these are things you need to be aware of. That you have privilege over other people at different levels, or you may have less privilege than other people.
And they're still talking about it. This is from 2011. 8 years ago. 8 years ago, retarded hipster fucks were, in the middle of Occupy Wall Street talking about privilege to one another. And 8 years later, we've got a fat lesbian in a bow tie cooking a pie for a fucking teddy bear, using privilege as the main ingredient.
Depending on who you are, yes, we may all be marginalized, but some of us are far more marginalized than others. And we need to be respectful of that, and realize that there are some people who, way before now, have lost all of their privilege. And we need to help restore that.
I'm already saying, because the point of this movement are the people who have been most,
I remember, God, Occupy Wall Street was such a shit show. They used to have fights. They used to have fights when they were, debating on how they wanted to take down the big bad Wall Street out in their little campgrounds. And there was a group of people that wanted to be super serious, like we need to address the issues when people come by. We need to talk to them and explain, hey, this is what's going on. This is why we're out here. You know, the fucking 1%. We're all 99 percenters. Hard to spread that 99 percenter message when you break that 99% up into privileged, non-privileged, black and white, gay and straight, and 800 other subgroups. Kind of broke the main message apart. But they'd get together at their little powwows, and they'd talk about what they wanted to do. And I remember there's a big fight that lasted about a week with these fuckers, because they had like 3 Native Americans there, and they wanted to take time out of their protest to have them do, I'm not making this up, to have them do a rain dance. The Native Americans wanted to do some fucking rain dance or some shit. And they wanted everybody to honor it by not saying anything and, you know, stepping back and staying silent. Well, the other people were like, are you insane? They're going to think we're even crazier if we start doing rain dances down at Occupy Wall Street. Nobody's going to know why the fuck we're here. And then after this fight takes place, Stephen Colbert takes interest in them and decides to give them a shot. He says, hey, I'll let you come on my TV show. I'll let you come on my TV show. I'll interview you. You can tell America what the hell is going on. So what did these fucking retards do? Did they send the best people they can send? No. They send a soy-ridden motherfucker and a woman who identifies... well, I'm sorry, let me say this again. A human that identifies as a woman whose name is Ketchup. I want you to imagine yourself as a middle-class working American. And you've heard about Occupy Wall Street going on, but you're not 100% sure what it is. And you turn TV on after a long day of work, and there's Stephen Colbert, and you're going to laugh a little. Maybe have a beer. I don't know what the fuck you do. And here comes this person that says they identify as a woman, and their name is Ketchup. Are you ever going to want to listen to what these fuckers have to say after that point? When you start seeing news stories about Native American rain dancing and privilege stacks, are you going to want to ever give them a moment of your time after that? No, of course not. It died on the vine there. That really was, I think, a decisive blow for these idiots. Sending somebody named fucking Ketchup to talk to the nation for you. What were you thinking? And of course it was a diversity council that was the one that decided she and the soy boy were the best choices to send. I'm amazed, by the way, that they sent a male. If this had been more modern, it would have been 2 strong, independent women who don't need no man. You know, let me see. I might be able to find the clip of when Ketchup goes on Colbert. Well, it auto-completes as a search term, so let's see what happens. Can we find it? Oh, well, I can show you what she looks like. I can't find the Stephen Colbert clip, but I can find a clip of Ketchup. Hey, this is the face that greeted... Okay. This is the face that greeted America. This is what Occupy Wall Street sent to tell America what they're about. Prepare yourself.
Hey, Chicago. I'm Ketchup. I came here to New York from Chicago on September 17th. The first day, I was like, what is this? There were not that many people. It didn't seem that awesome. I didn't know if it was ever going to go anywhere. And then it just got bigger and bigger and better. And all the people who are coming in are just amazing. We're really creating the foundation of a much, much better world where everyone can have a say. So I will be coming back to Chicago in 3 weeks, joining you guys. So I expect you all to still be there in solidarity, making it bigger and better.
Yeah, guys, like, I'm totes here for you. I wasn't here originally, but I am Ketchup, and I identify as a female human. So I'm going to go on Colbert, because fuck the founders. Fuck the people that have been in tents since this retarded idea started. No, I'm going to come from my comfortable hotel room after I fly down in first class. And then I'm going to go on Colbert and spread the message. Brilliant idea. Really, really brilliant idea. That was Ketchup. That was Occupy Wall Street's representative on Stephen Colbert. Worked out very well for them. Since we're watching retarded propaganda aimed at children, and we've watched, what was that, Queer Kids Classroom? Whatever the fuck that is. Let's see if we can find Luke Sissyfag's propaganda outlet. And by the way, that's his real name. The gentleman that runs the group Fuck Hate is named Luke Sissyfag. He changed his name legally in the 90s, I believe, to Sissyfag. I don't know why. I think he thought that was really bringing it to the man. But he's the one that runs Fuck Hate. And Fuck Hate is the one that does some of the most obnoxious videos that exist on the internet today. We can watch a few of these abominations. He also did the anti-Trump videos under some, like, immigration thing. I can't remember the name he came up with for that. But his shtick is pretty straightforward. He takes a couple of little kids, has them swear a bunch, and then sells you a t-shirt. That's how Luke Sissyfag works. That's his propaganda. Pick a progressive subject, grab a bunch of kids, make them say fuck, and then sell you a t-shirt. Oh, how about F-bombs for feminism? Oh boy. Potty mouth princesses drop F-bombs for feminism. This should give you a good idea of what Luke Sissyfag is like. Some more child propaganda which exists up on YouTube. Here we go. You can see they've clearly drugged this poor child. Stuck her in front of the camera and said, just call conservatives assholes. But let's give it a listen. It's only 2 minutes.
Pretty. What the fuck? I'm not some pretty fucking helpless princess in distress. I'm pretty fucking powerful and ready for success. So what is more offensive? A little girl saying fuck or the fucking unequal and sexist way? Society treats girls and women. It's our future. So listen up, grown-ups. Here's some words more fucked up than the word fuck. Pay inequality. Women are paid 23% less than men for the exact same fucking work. And women who graduate university with straight A's get paid as much as men who only got C's. So bad grades.
You see these head movements they're doing? I almost think Luke taught them to them. He's got a very sassy gay man attitude to him. And he does that head thing that angry gay dudes who are really way too stereotypical do. So I think when he was line reading with the kids, it's like, you've got to work it. You've got to be sassy about this. Just wiggle your head around like you're having a seizure. It's fierce.
More bank just because you're a boy? Hello and hell no. Pay up, motherfucker. I shouldn't need a penis to get paid. Rape and violent. Fucked up fact. 1 out of every 5 women will be sucked.
Can you imagine bringing your kid down? Can you imagine bringing your little kindergartner down to a fucking set because you've been told they're going to be in some big things, some big production, and you're sitting in the room where all the other fucking parents are eating, I don't know, a Twinkie or whatever shit the caterers have, and you're looking at the screen, and your little daughter raises her finger up, and she says this:
penis to get paid, rape and violent.
This is what you brought your child down to Luke Sissyfag to read for people. Your little girl, who can't even spell big kid words, is out there dressed as a retard screaming rape and violence. What the fuck has happened to you as a parent when you find yourself in that situation?
Rape and violent. Fucked up fact. 1 out of every 5 women will be sexually assaulted or raped by a man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one of us will it be? So how many more women have to get knocked down before society stands up and stops it? Here's a hot tip. Stop telling girls how to dress and start teaching boys not to fucking rape. We're But here's how this focus works to girls' detriment. Society teaching girls that our bodies, boobs, and butts are more important than our brains leads us to thinking our worth comes from our waistlines. My aspirations in life should not be worrying about the shape of my ass. So fuck focusing on how I look and give me a book.
This one doesn't even have her teeth. All right. Where is this fucking kid? This one, look at it. She's missing her fucking teeth. She's like 2 feet tall. She's got to be like 3 or 4 years old, talking about rape and violence in her ass. Bravo, Luke Sissy Fag. That's some high-class progressive propaganda.
How I look. And give me a book.
The continued sexism, girls and women's stale face. Instead of cleaning these girls' mouths out with soap, maybe society should clean up its act. This is what a feminist looks like. Girls just want to have fun, demental rights. $5 from each shirt goes to kick-ass charities that are fighting every day to make the world more equal for women and girls.
I don't know if you caught that. That's what we call the Sissy Fag twist. $5 from every shirt goes to charity. The shirts cost $15. See, he wants to make a bit of a profit off your stupid progressive asses. $5 goes to charity. How much do you want to bet he declared this endeavor a charity? And that $5 is going to him as well. What do you think? Sissy Fag is feeding himself $5. And he's taking the other $10 for his personal business. He's probably got 2 businesses, the charity and Sissy Fag Incorporated. And he's taking the whole $15, but he found a way to make it sound good.
Yo, bro, when you tell a boy it's bad to act like a girl, it's because you think it's bad to be a girl.
Of course. Let's put a boy in a dress. You know, this is the same kid, I'm fairly certain, that was in the immigration propaganda videos that they did when Trump was running for president. They were so bad, he wiped the whole channel. But I'll try to find them. But I'm pretty sure that's the same kid.
Fuck that sexist shit. Fuckhate.com. To where, Jar? I don't give a fuck.
Welcome to America. Oh, Lord. Oh, would you like to see the character they think you are? Would you like to see the Kids versus Racist video? Where they teach a dumb old southern boy the light? Oh. Listen, would you like to see that video? Should I put that video up? The kid. Okay, let me pull that one
Hey,
up.
y'all.
Oh, it's so over the top. It's so over the top. It's like, it's their version of me doing a sassy gay man. It's the most stereotypical shit they can do. Everybody saying no, tough shit, you're watching it.
Y'all, the Confederate flag is a symbol of proud heritage. The good old days.
Good old days? Slavery. 5 fucked up facts about that fucked up flag.
Kids, we're America's bright future.
And we're kind of fed up with this whitewashing of America's dark past.
We're not so down with this flag being up.
If we're having this much trouble getting rid of a symbol of racism,
we are in deep shit. Getting rid of real racism.
The Confederate flag ain't racist.
I kind of want that as a clip just on its own. Just for my own use.
Flag ain't racist.
Fucked up fact number 1.
In 1861, the vice president of the Confederacy said the Confederate government is based on, quote, the great truth that the Negro is not equal to the white man.
Bitch, please.
Yeah, that's not racist.
It's a powerful emblem of pride.
Powerful? Oh, haha. You mean white power.
With the racist Nazi swastika being banned in most of Europe, skinheads use the Confederate flag in its place.
Winky dink. When Nazis use something as a racist symbol,
it's got to be a pretty fucking racist symbol.
Now you wait, it don't mean none of that white supremacy.
Really?
In 1863, an earlier version of the flag had a white background, which the designer said
represented, and I quote, the supremacy of the white man. Designed by a dick. Yeah, I'm not OKKK with that shit.
It's about our historical legacy.
Yeah. No. The Confederate flag was only just...
You're not allowed to have history. Not if it's problematic. You know, I wonder, is this the root of all these video games with World War II themes where they have disabled women landing at Normandy now? This is 2015, right before that rush. Has Sissy Fag influenced game development to the point where he's taking that approach? Yeah, they're not OKKK with it. Chat. That's not what they're just, I'm not OKKK with this.
Added to some southern state flags in the 1950s and 1960s as a way to show resistance to racial desegregation, school integration, and civil rights movements. Celebrating the ugliness of the Civil War to oppose civil rights?
It's just, but, come on, well?
The racist man who murdered 9 black people in a church
Stood with this flag in a photo celebrating the racism it stood for. Yeah.
Yeah, that racist man probably also wore pants. Are you going to take your clothes off and protest of racism now, you stupid little fucks? What? Hey, this guy that did this horrible thing had this symbol on him. Okay, I hear you. He was also fully dressed. Wonder when is everybody getting naked to fight racism in America?
Flying this fucking flag is not flying with us.
Sorry for using some bad language to make a good point.
But this flag is a symbol for the N-word.
And seriously deserves the F-word.
The Confederate flag is a symbol for losers. Like, literally. They lost.
Racism is not over.
But I am over racism.
We're the United States of America.
United. It's in our name. FuckHate.com.
Buy our t-shirts. $5 goes to charity. The rest goes to us. Oh, that channel, by the way, has like 60 videos. And they're always getting hundreds of thousands of views, even though the downvotes are just extraordinarily disproportionate to the upvotes. I think this one is 22,000 thumbs down to 2,600 thumbs up. And yet Sissy Fag is still out there churning this shit out daily. Just making new channels using the same cast of kids and selling new t-shirts to everybody. He has got a profitable business. I don't even know if Luke believes in any of this shit. He might just have found the golden goose of progressivism. Just do something obnoxious and make a lot of money off of it. In fact, Luke might be the most conservative man on earth for all we know. And he just found a way to fleece retards out of their cash. I'll have all these kids say ridiculous shit, and then morons will buy my t-shirts. It's hard to hate him if that's what he's doing. I'm torn on it. I don't know if this is part of Sissy Fag's business empire. If this is his hot strategy to making the big bucks. Okay. I think I had a few SuperBerries fall from the sky. Well, let's go take a look at those. Oh, my head is so fucked up right now. I don't know what it is about Sudafed, but that shit is just, knocks me on my ass. Knocks me right on my ass. All right. From Reno Mills, just simply the message fellatio. I'm not sure what clip that was in regards to. From Neo Acryla, do you think those kids will jump off a building when they're adults? I have a feeling a good amount of those kids are going to look back at that and probably be like, fuck. Why did my mother and father put me in that? Fuck in the coffee. Tree huggers are the proto-Occupy Wall Street. And we've got a video clip. We'll take a look at that. Mr. Whiskers. Hey, Jim, just wanted to make a donation. Also, do you think it would be possible to take all the skeptics and SJWs and make them wrestle, just like Tonka and Andy did? Well, Sargon is going to save the West. And from what I understand, he's starting a tag team with the leader of UKIP. And he's going to go around the country, his country, challenging all those evil SJW blue hairs to wrestling matches. One pin at a time. We're going to defeat Islam one pin at a time. Give me that 3 count. Let's save the West. From Eraser1729. Kirill left the internet and fur faggotry got Discord to the Screw Tony of FBI. I think this video sums this up. Please show it on the stream. Maybe. Yeah, I know Kirill left the internet. I know he is gone. I know Discord's getting fucked because of its furry infestation. And everybody's paying attention to it at the moment. Especially they went after some YouTuber, some bigger YouTuber streamer, Quackers or something like that. Because he was fucking with furries and laughing at them. So they banned his Discord and kicked him off, which I think brought even more attention onto all of this and kind of predated it a little bit. From Caleb LL Show, Jim, I just wanted to watch Photon, but you've cursed me with QKS. This is why I want you to play Universim, so you can make a character gay, call them Lindsay, and fling them into outer space. Mandar can lead your tribe, Jim. Think about it. I don't know. Maybe I'll play The Sims and make a family based on Photon characters and see how long it takes for them to just completely devolve into chaos. From Moonvlad, why is George Costanza talking to a bear, and when did he get hair? Well, crazy shit happened after Seinfeld ended. George used all those millions of dollars to buy a really impressive wig. From Adu Stro, this fat bitch needs more active in her activism, or her next video is going to be about diabetes. A truer point has never been spoken. Asa Warren, Diamond Queer equals Steven Universe. Metokur Fembot, so I catch it later, but while I'm awake, if you remember, I asked you running down weird new content. Is this it? Just asking, what's the worst stuff you know of? If you want to find weird new, yeah, you asked this before. If you want to find weird new content, just of groups that exist on the internet, you're going to want to find people that are live streaming. I mean, one of the reasons I like the Black Israelites so much is they always have, and the Kemet community, is they always have live streams with each other. You'll find all of them live streaming with each other. Sarah and Suten Seti, Young Pharaoh, like all those guys, constantly having 8-hour live streams where they scream at each other, talking about the most ridiculous shit. It's really solid entertainment. The Kemet especially. They'll rent out like a fucking opera hall and then have a giant debate where they rap at each other for 4 hours. Like, that shit's just top tier stuff. From Nautilak, here's $5 reduce so you can buy yourself an alarm clock next time you're late for a stream. I'm going to go deep throat a shotgun. The blood will be on your hands. Well, alrighty. Onion Wizard. Ever see that video of the Asian parkour dude fall off the building? You could tell he knew he was fucked for like a solid 20 seconds before he finally fell. Hard to watch. You know, I've noticed that a lot of the parkour videos, especially the dudes doing really weird shit up on like cranes on the top of skyscrapers or walking on the edge of a building, a lot of that's Russian. I don't know why that is. Like, it's so popular in Russia or in that geographical area of the world, but a lot of like the live leaks videos of dudes doing that shit, it's, yeah, or, you know, China as well for some reason. That's starting to become popular there. But I've only seen like 2 or 3 accidents when it comes to that. So either they're all really lucky or those guys were just super unlucky. But like one dude lost his grip, another dude tripped, and then there was one dude that, that tried to make like a jump to like a crane thing, and he missed it and kind of landed on his balls and then did like a top spin and then fell. But yeah, there's a lot of those ones out there. From Mine 1001, the kid on the Ferris wheel reminds me of a video where a Dot Indian kid had both legs severed by a train. He's screaming in pain and everyone is standing around him not helping. Fucked up shit, man. Yeah, there's some weird thing about certain countries and being a good Samaritan. Now I know with like China, it's a social thing, but it's also a legal thing because they don't have protection. So like in America or Canada or a Western country, if somebody got injured and you went to help them, and maybe you weren't able to save them completely, or you could save them, but they got even more injured, because you're genuinely trying to help in an emergency situation, you're not legally liable for what happens to them. But in China, if somebody gets hit by a fucking bus, or somebody's legs get chopped off by a train, and you move them, they can now sue you for damages. They can claim you made it worse. You should have not interfered. So it's like ingrained in them to just ignore it and walk past it. Which, make of that what you will. HTRTU, speaking of cripples, yesterday I slipped on the ice really badly. Leg slipped to the side and I fell on it. Final result, 1 torn ligament and a dislocated patella. Now I need a crutch to move around on for 2 weeks. Whoa, Kimosabi. You're getting the whole Donga experience. Now you know what it's like for him. From Moonvlad, use your inner radio voice. Welcome to Nigger Nerd in the Morning, Hampshire's #1 radio show. From Gopnik. Jim, I was about to start a story time, you faggot. You stole my audience. I can link it in chat if you want to do it, but it's a comic, probably not dynamic enough. Just a few more here. From Ace of Warren again. Damn it, Jim, it's 3 in the morning. By the way, here's a vid that I think might serve as a suitable intro-outro if you do another Sonic-related stream. I will save that for a rainy day. And finally, from Abs Warrior F Ferdar. What's up, my niggas? Time for some photon blessings. Good morning, Jim. How are you doing this morning? Are you good? Nigger nerds, rise up. All right. Got through my SuperBerries. Somebody, where was the video that he linked? Tree Huggers and Proto-Occupy Wall Street. Let's see what they're talking about. All right. Let's take a look and see if this is any good. Hippies. Well, the title is good. I'll give you that much already. The title of the video is Hippies Crying Over Dead Trees. Let's watch some hippies cry over dead. Is this this feels like the Photon episode we watched. Was there a Mandar equivalent on scene throwing grenades at their fucking trees? We'll find out.
Deep in the woods of North Carolina, an extremist eco group called Earth First bewails the violation of American nature.
I want to mourn the loss of all the old growth trees.
Oh, I bet that chick is a crazy fuck. I bet that's the type of woman. If you have sex with her, you're walking away with some bruising. Because no chick goes and sits in the middle of the woods in North Carolina, screaming at the top of her lungs about the old growth. Now this bitch, she is a crazy fuck. Trust me. That's probably why half the guys are there.
Sing! And tell them that we love them and that we don't want them to die. That there are some people here who do care.
We are deeply craving answers. I think that we've lost our identity as we have evolved into technology and into industrialized society. Bring me to this cathedral. Bring me to those guys. Bring me to...
How much do you want to bet they had to refilm the scene because a couple of guys behind them were running through screaming magic missile while throwing tinfoil at each other? Like, these fuckers are out in the middle of the woods LARPing like druids. They're, the dead, the old growth, praise the old growth, Mother Nature, oh, I weep for you so. Yep, these are the ones that raised, these are the people that have raised the assholes on Tumblr today.
To this rock that has the most incredible life. That makes me feel alive.
I've looked at clear cuts and burnt forest, and I've felt outraged, but I didn't scream and I didn't cry. And I need to.
Holy shit. What was that chick from the protest? You know the liberal chick that gets on the ground? She's like wearing a yellow rain slicker, and she just screams because she doesn't get her way? That's what that was. Just screaming in the forest because some trees got chopped down. Oh, you know what? Give me a minute. Is this a documentary? Can we find this on YouTube? No, it doesn't even have the name. It's just a scene called Hippies Crying Over Dead Trees. There's nothing related to it. If anybody can find me this video, we'll watch this documentary someday. Because that feels like a nice slice of crazy. And I have a feeling there's even more insanity buried deeply inside of there. Yes, retards rise up. Oh, you know, shit. In fact, I think I have a clip of what... well, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I think you all know who I'm talking about. I think we all have a good idea of the nutty bitch that I'm talking about. Like I said, chat, I am sick as shit and I'm drugged up on Sudafed. If you've got a good video suggestion, you should be able to link it in chat. Don't have to just send it through Super Chats, by the way. You can link it in chat. If you got something, let's put it up. Let's watch it. You got some more hippies crying over dead fucking trees and wallowing on the ground, rolling around in fertilizer. I'm game. I'm game to watch that. Scope out EcosAxuals. Eco or exosexuals? I don't even know what that is. Okay. Let's see what that is. Ecosexuality, people who make love to Mother Nature. And there's one video. There's one video by one dude. Maybe that's because it's spelled right. I bet it's eco, not exo. All right, let's try that. Finding sexual pleasure in nature. Ecosexuals are having sex with trees, plants, rocks, mountains, and seas. Wait, Warski did a video on this. Andy Warski did a video about becoming an ecosexual? How did I miss that? Oh, you know, actually, this reminded me of something. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, you know what? We'll watch this. I promised to watch this before, but we never got around to it. Since we're talking about deviants. This is from My Strange Addiction. It's a fantastic clip about a man that likes to...
My name is Nathaniel. I'm 27 years old. And I'm in a serious relationship with my car.
Years ago.
Love you, baby. The fit. I just felt an instant connection.
Nathaniel's obsession first developed as a teenager when he would build model cars, but he didn't find true love until he met Chase.
I find this part of him the most sexy just because of the subtle lines and curves. I'll give him a kiss here. And
I give him a kiss right there on his lights. I like giving my car a kiss. Chase is a real big boy car. Gets me real hot and heavy when I ride inside him. He's vrooming around. Massaging my prostate. I like it when Chase touches my prostate with his engine revving. Just good old boys in the South having gay sex as they drive down the highway. Nothing wrong with that. Just as God intended, just like nature wanted to happen. Man doesn't fuck his car. I can't think you can call him a man. Dude, do you think he gets chased off used car lots? Do you think all the car dealers in town know who he is? Is he like running around date raping Jeeps in the middle of the night, maybe? Trying to roofie Camaros? How do you even roofie them? Do you put the drug in their tailpipe? Maybe you put it where the windshield wiper fluid goes. I don't know.
just kind of caress him down the side.
My initial reaction was I was kind of shocked. It was kind of weird because it was just hard to understand.
Somebody in chat said white people. Yeah, you need to take this as your screen cap and just in big letters on the bottom, white people. I think that sums it up.
Honestly, I don't know why I feel the way I do, but I just absolutely love Chase. We always have such a good time together. He likes a lot of the same music I do. We have a favorite song. It's Can't Fight This Feeling by REO Speedwagon.
This dude is licking every inch of this fucking car. Every inch of it. On the outside and the inside. I wonder, what's the equivalent of a car ejaculating? Is it like an oil change? Do you think he gets underneath? Do you think he rolls underneath his car to change the oil? And he lets it shoot all over his face? Do you think he swallows? Can you swallow oil from a car in a sexual manner not die? Is that possible? Is it if you siphon gas out of a car's tank, is that like tossing a salad? Is that like giving the asshole an old lickaroo? I'm trying to understand the dynamics of how the sex with a car works.
I do get guess how you buy something for your fiance or your wife, and then usually for his birthday I try to do something special for him too. The favorite date would be going to the lookout area. Just lean against him a little and just be with him mainly. Love you.
But Nathaniel's relationship with Chase goes beyond dates and presents.
We have our times when we get sexual. Does that feel good?
Can you say that in a more creepy manner, dude? Can you say that in a more creepy manner? Is that possible?
Does that feel good?
You like that, little car? You like when I touch you like that? Oh, who's a dirty little automobile? Oh, you purring like a kitten because you want me to shift you? Wrap my hands around it? Oh, who wants to go in reverse, you little slut?
Handsome man. Love you, baby. What we do the most often is I like to lean over his fender and across his hood and do little things like that and kind of press up against him and rub against him like that. One of his more bold positions is for me to be underneath him.
Holy shit, he really does get it. He really does take it to the face. He gets under there and lets the oil just ooze all over his. That's the money shot. That's how Chase christens this retard.
He really likes that. It's very special to make love to Chase. I love you.
I am worried for my friend because it's not normal, and you may have people that don't understand and make fun of you.
Nathaniel's so attached to Chase, he rarely lets anyone else drive him, and never lets Chase out of his sight for more than 24 hours.
There have been times it brought tears to my eyes because I wasn't with him at work. His picture's on my desktop, so I see his face all the time. It really bothers me when he gets dinged or scratched. If something were ever to happen to Chase, my heart would just stop. I just have to gather myself here. I'm sorry for all that.
I am concerned for Nathaniel emotion-wise. I think life would be easier if he did change.
Love you.
Nathaniel's roommate Kim is one of the few people who know the full extent of his life.
Holy shit, what bridge did she live under before she became his roommate? I'm drinking that beauty in. No wonder this dude's fucking the car. Have you seen what the woman living with him looks like? I'd be fucking the car too. I'd be sticking my dick in the toaster rather than looking at this thing naked. I think things are starting to make sense now. I think I'm understanding why he's banging his automobile.
Of life.
I guess the reason I don't tell a lot of people is because I don't know the response I'm going to get. I always worry about that little bit of disgust that somebody may have.
But Nathaniel's biggest fear is how his relationship could affect his career as a customer service technician.
I mean, if everybody found out, I'd be worried that it may affect my job. But I love him to death. I wouldn't trade him for the world. Good night, baby. I love you.
I like how they play the creepiest music possible. It's like the producers are like, yeah, it's spooking me out too. Let's just let's slap some dangerous music over this as he kisses his car, and call that a fucking day. Oh man, yeah. I think maybe the fact that he's living with an ogre might explain why he's having sex with his car. It might help to clear up what's going on there. That's just my take on it. I could be wrong. Somebody said, Lord have mercy. No, Ford have mercy. He's praying to a different god than you are. Him and his male boyfriend car, Chase. Chase I don't even know what model car that was. He's had sex with it so much he's worn off He's worn off any identification. He's licked it clean. It's just a generic car now from all the sexual abuse. We can't really tell what it was at one point. Okay, somebody's got a cuck documentary. That caught my eye immediately. Let's take a look. Let's see what this one's about. This is a long one. This is a long documentary that you're... Oh, no, okay, no, it's only 3 minutes. Okay, I thought it said 30 minutes, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do 30 minutes of cucks. You're asking for a lot from me.
Who's in which bed tonight?
Oh, that's always a good start. That's always a good question to hear at the beginning. All right, we'll check this out. Cock documentary. We'll see where it goes. Okay, hold on. Here we are.
Who's in which bed tonight?
I think you're upstairs and it's our turn to be down.
Cool. Sweet. That means I'm already in bed.
Love you, baby.
I don't even really think that I'm that worried about what is or isn't going on down here. You know, it's okay.
That's a broken man. Anytime a man says something like that, he's basically given up on life. I don't care. I'm okay with my wife fucking other men. In fact, I'm going to facilitate it. Because I've bought into the lie that is polyamory. Sure, my wife can go downstairs and fuck 19 guys. As long as I can felch the cum out of her ass at the end of the night, I know she truly loves me. Aren't I open-minded? Aren't I progressive?
Good night. I can see how tired you are.
Oh, God, she's trying to get him out of there. Oh, that's fucking brutal. He's standing at the bottom of the stairs like a whipped puppy dog. And she's on the bed with another dude. And he's like, yeah, I'm cool with it. It's cool my wife fucks other dudes. And she literally looks at him and says, I know you're tired, go to bed. Oh, dude, what are you doing with your life? Get out of here, Jerry. Tom's gonna fuck me hard. Get out of here. You can't do that, Jerry. Go pay the electric bill, Jerry. Nobody loves you.
Because we are not hierarchical, we do not see this relationship as underneath this one. And just like his relationship with Gretchen, our relationship is not underneath that one. We are linear.
Oh, Jesus, and their kids in the house. How fucking confusing is that for them? Daddy, why is mommy screaming like a howler monkey in the garage as two dudes dressed as mechanics, deep dicker? How is Jerry gonna answer that question? Oh, well, you see, it's polyamory and it's totally natural. Jerry, you're such a cuck. You're such a cuck, Jerry.
So in my head, he has just as much right as Jerry does.
Oh, see, okay, I'm already getting mad. See, who saw that coming? He didn't even want to do it. She told him, Jerry, you fucking cuck. You living fucking rug that gets walked upon by other people. She told you she wanted other dick. And like the weak little bitch you are, you let her. Oh, you should have looked her in the face and said, you got two choices, bitch. You either learn to love this dick, or you get the fuck out of my house. Okay, you can go fuck all the guys you want when you're living in an alleyway. All right? When you're living outside Daddy Jerry's house, you can have all the dick you want. But as long as you're living in this house, this is the only dick you're getting. But of course, Jerry couldn't do it. No, Jerry's got to be open-minded and let everybody in the neighborhood fuck his wife.
What do you say to the person that you love most in the world when they say they have feelings for someone else? It's an adjustment. It was fearful. It was anxiety-producing.
And what did you decide?
Well, at the end of it, approximately 1 month, I said, go for it.
They are much more compatible sexually than Joe and I are, for example. So for me, it's lovely for somebody else to take a turn at the wheel.
Do you and Joe still have a physical sexual relationship?
Yes, we do. Not as much as he would like and more than I would like, but we're somewhere in the middle and we compromise to make things work. But then Heidi comes over and she takes a big part of that away from the stress of our relationship because she and he adore being physical. They adore that kind of that sexual intimacy.
What fucking clown world shit are we living in? What the fuck is Jerry and Gretchen? What are you idiots doing? Your husband and wife are fucking on a table in front of you, and you're giving them a round of applause? Oh, they're so much more sexually compatible. Jerry and I just aren't able to make them come. So we'll pay the electric bill while they have hot, kinky sex all over the house. Oh, what have you done with your lives?
Do you worry about Jerry?
I worry that he's lonely sometimes, but I can't see a scenario where I would leave Joe. We kind of operate from this place of...
Oh, you can't see that scenario? You can't see that scenario? Here's a scenario you might be able to see that happening. Jerry stops paying for your shit. I mean, is that a scenario you can see that happening? Would you leave Joe if Jerry stops paying for all your crap? If he stops buying you food and clothes? If he stops paying the bills and the mortgage? Maybe you'd leave Joe then, you vapid whore.
I am not responsible for Jerry's feelings, and he is not responsible for mine. Now, we can impact them, we can help with them, we can do all that, but his loneliness is not my responsibility.
My husband's loneliness. Literally fucking other dudes in front of his face while he takes care of everything. It's just her laying on the ground with her legs in the air, getting dicked every day.
It's not Heidi's responsibility to make Jerry happy. It's Jerry's responsibility.
I'd come to see polyamory as a way of doing love that in promising fulfillment brings with it inevitable complications. A life lived arguably more dangerously, but with more rewards, where the possibility of happiness is inescapably bound up with the risk of being left behind.
Even he's disgusted by it. I don't know which one that is, but little Louis Theroux. Even Louis is fucking disgusted by it. He's looking at it like, what in the fuck, Jerry? Man up. Jerry, let's go drink some whiskey and throw this bitch out of your house. And then we'll throw Joe's ass out of your house, too. Oh, that is a hard watch. That's some brutal shit. I'm sorry, chat. That was some brutal shit to watch. That is not conducive to a happy waking up morning show. That's just infuriating. Gold digging whore. I am not responsible for my husband's happiness. Well, if you're not fucking him and you're not making him happy, what do you do exactly? What function do you serve as a woman in that household? Exactly what use are you? Because as far as I'm seeing it, you don't actually do anything. I bet you don't even work. So you're not bringing in money. You're not bringing him happiness. You're not curing his loneliness. And you're not fucking him. So you're basically a stranger living in his house. Why would he tolerate that? What exactly would be the reason to tolerate that bullshit? I can't think of it. I can't figure out a reason why you'd put up with it. Fucking Jerry. Get out of here, Jerry. I'm gonna fuck this guy. Oh, Jerry, you're embarrassing me. Don't embarrass me in front of my bull, Jerry. Oh, dude. Man up. Throw the bitch out of your house. Those kids have no idea what the fuck is going on. All right. A few SuperBerries. From Odious Stro, Tumblr Cucking. I got links. We'll take a look at these another time. Metokur Fembot. Is this eco-extremist nuts in North Carolina? Tory Guardian's article. Linking to a video. Subby Dubby. Please watch this, Daddy. Also watch Dorororo. Already, you Irish nigger nerd. From Caleb LL Show. Okay, Jim. I had to make this joke. You ready? Law and Order. SUV. SVU. Nicely done. From Castizio. I disavow white people. Just call me a spick for now. From Odious Stru. Do you think the gear shifts with his ass? I don't know if he's got that much control over it. Potentially. From Moonvlad. I think it's time we taught our younger sweeties about Mr. McGregor. Link to a video. Phoenix 76. I'm in the military and stationed overseas, and if this is how America is, I don't think I want to come back. I don't really blame you. From Lord Xenu. Ralph's been cucking and not saying nigger in super chats. Know why? I couldn't tell you. Over here at the morning show, we say whatever we want. I don't think I have a problem with it. I couldn't tell you why Ralph would or wouldn't be doing that. Sock Puppet 1, Chinks and Gooks, Kikes and Spicks, Big Fat Veiny Mix. This has been a racist super chat Jim does not disavow. From Metokurist, Jim the anti-SJ Double Blue, the light shines and have some get well coins. Thank you. Back to Reno Mills with Fellatio. Well, I understand this has been a disorganized morning stream. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm just a bit under the weather. Sudafed's kicking my ass a little bit. I'm drowsy. I'm going to crash back into slumber. I think I'll be fine by tomorrow. And we'll have our proper Nigerian scammer one between 4 to 5 in the morning. I like this time slot. It works well for me. Hopefully by then, I'm not so fuzzy-headed from the Sudafed, and I can think more clearly, and we can have a better organized show as far as me organizing anything goes. I don't know what to tell you. A nice way to start your day off with pure, unbridled anger at a whore taking advantage of her fucking husband and fucking other dudes while he cries in this cuck shed. Jerry literally cries in a cuck shed as his wife fucks other guys. That's Jerry's life. So I guess if you want to have a good day today, thank God Almighty, thank the heavens above, thank Mother Earth and the old growth that you aren't Jerry. That when you go home, it's either to your single apartment or to your loving wife / girlfriend or a husband / boyfriend who is not in fact fucking other people on your kitchen table and doesn't consider you a cuck that can be walked on. Thank God we are not Jerry, is all I can say. I want you to have a good day today, chat. You take your Goku get 'em attitudes out there and you conquer the world. Tomorrow we'll be back to more normal programming. And let's start the morning off right. How are we going to start the morning off right? Oh, I know how we're going to start the morning off right. I've got the perfect thing for it. I will see you tomorrow.